This is Isaac James with SE Wolverines. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate y'all sending the love. Want to know when the next video is going to come out. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the love right back at ya. Now y'all might want to know where your boy's been at. Get rolling in these videos again. Fall's coming up. My favorite time of the year, y'all. Best time to be in the woods. Hot down here in the summertime. Bugs and mosquitoes. Plus I got a Keo and she gets a little hot in summer, y'all. But when the fall comes, we gonna be in those woods. We gonna show you how to get down in your town. So I want to talk to you today about what's coming and how your illusions, how you think on the everyday life could be a problem. I try to tell people, get ready, y'all. It's going down. If you didn't know, Dark Brandon's on the move. The freaks come out at night. Dark Brandon is making a move, y'all. Run for the hills, y'all. People go through everyday life thinking it ain't that bad. Even though it's sitting right there in your face, hitting you in the face. It's falling, y'all. Gas is through the roof. Prices through the roof. Rent's going up. Jobs ain't paying what they should. So you can think it's sunshine and rainbows out there and try to have a perception that everything's fine. You can go right ahead. Could think it's all rainbows and Cheerios out there if you want to. I'm seeing otherwise. So you can do what you want. Ain't really here trying to tell you what to do, but I think we all know where it's going, y'all. We all know where it's going. And you could try to create whatever picture you want to. All the signs is right in front of your face, hitting you right in your face. And you can act like it's not there. But look out for the hook to the jaw, cause it's coming and it's gonna get real raw out there in these streets. We go through life with our different perceptions. There's perceptions and there's misperceptions. Your perception is the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through senses. The normal limits to human perception. The state of being or a process of becoming aware of something through senses. A way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something. That's your perception. Now, a lot of times, we're all guilty of having misperception. It's a false or inaccurate perception that happens in your life. That girl in high school that you thought got hit with an ugly stick, that you wouldn't give a time of day? Well, come to find out, folks, 2 years later you bump into her, and the girl that got hit with that ugly stick turned out to be Miss Fine. Now, your perception was she got hit with an ugly stick, but it grew into a misperception because she turned out to be Miss Fine. Are you following me, folks? Sometimes it could be the other way around. Sometimes you start off with Miss Fine and you bump into her a couple years later at the high school reunion. Miss Fine got half a head shave and she looks like she could give Tony Hawk a run for his money, y'all. So your perception was Miss Fine, but then it grew into a misperception because Miss Fine turned out to be the woman to beat Tony Hawk, y'all. So nobody's perfect. We all go through this. Now you have to understand people like to use misperception, my man, and try to shape your perception. Those sneaky little devils, they're tricky. You gotta watch them. They like to use misperception, a false or inaccurate perception, to shape your perception. And you gotta be aware, cause it's there, my friends. For instance, they got you thinking slavery just happened in America. Slavery is the only thing, and America sucks. Even though black people died for America, people gave their life to fight for America. Black people are America, and there's people that gave their lives, black people that gave their lives for America. So you're trying to paint a picture that their life didn't matter. They got you thinking slavery just happened over here when it happens all around the world, boys and girls. Happens to Asia to this day, ancient China. There's hardly people that didn't go through slavery just like your people did. But they want to try to associate you with slavery, and they make your life feel like it's all about slavery. And you tell people that year after year. What do you think the deep psychological effects on a people talking about all they hear about is how they're associated with slavery? You keep telling them that over and over. You beat it in their head. What do you think the psychological effects is that does to people? What do you think that does? I think we see it all around, cuz think you see what's going on around your town. Psychological effects effects, telling them that the whole history is slavery. I think you see the psychological effects all around your town, brother. Even though it happened throughout the world, there isn't hardly a people that didn't experience slavery. Japan, Iran, Korea, Europe, Rome, Great Britain, France, Mongols, Venice, Vikings in Scandinavia. You can read all about it. Portugal, the Romans enslaved the Jews for over 100 years, y'all. Spain, Netherlands, happened all over the world. Germany, the Franks back in the day, all over the world. They got you thinking you're just the one that had to suffer. So you can believe what you want. Not here to dismiss. It was downright atrocities that happened. And I ain't here to dismiss it. I'm just trying to let you see there's always perceptions and misperceptions. Now, some of y'all want to blame the white man for what happened. Some of y'all is falling for the oldest trick in the book, and they're hitting us with the oldest trick in the book called divide and conquer. Divide and conquer, to make a group of people disagree and fight with one another so that they will not join together against one. And they beating us over the head with this every day. And they got us divided on all fronts, just so they can do the old divide and conquer. One of the oldest tricks in the book. They're going to have us fighting amongst each other, and then they're going to follow up and sock up everything with a biscuit. Y'all try to keep us divided on all fronts. Democrat, Republicans, black, white, gay, straight, pro-choice, pro-life. Cats versus dogs, Burger King, McDonald's, they dividing all of us every day, and you gotta be aware of everything, man. So y'all could think the white dude on 5th Street had something to do with some slavery in the United States back in the day. Y'all could think that, and y'all could think what you want. But if the white dude, that's the dude that comes to your house and fixes the pipes when they break down, if the white dude up the street got anything to do with slavery, he might be a vampire, y'all. He's been alive for over 200 years. His job back in the day was a slave owner, and now he's a plumber. You gotta watch these tricky doubles. So I would probably call the proper authorities, because if Joe Blow the plumber had anything to do with slavery back in the day, he could be a vampire, y'all. Now I would tell you to grab a crucifix, get some garlic, and sharpen the stick. But here at SE Wolverine's channel, we don't promote violence. So my suggestion to you would be to call the proper authorities, because Joe the plumber had something to do with slavery, and he's still alive, y'all. There was white slave owners, there was black slave owners, but the majority of the population were broke and nobody owned slaves. We gotta get past that, y'all. It's gonna keep dragging you down. If you had something bad that happened to you in the past and you keep on focusing on it, it's going to cloud your judgment. They're going to have you emotionally charged. You're not thinking straight. Whether your emotions run high on something good that happened to you, or whether your emotions are running bad, you're not in your frame of mind. And there's a whole bunch of people that like to play off of that and use you. And you got to stop letting them do it, because if you keep on, it can get much worse. And it's coming. You can see it. It can get much worse. So you can do what you want. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. Now, it's your perception that the white man took out the Indian. The white man came to the land and took out the Indian. But we all played our part. We were here too, y'all. There's something called Buffalo Soldiers. They went around town back in the day, and they helped gather up all the Indians. Not to say, but we all played a part. All parts we didn't like. But things happen, and no matter what happened, we can't change it. So the Buffalo Soldiers took part of the Indian Wars from 1867 to the early 1890s. These regiments served at a variety of posts in the southwestern United States and the Great Plains regions. They participated in most of the military campaigns in these areas and earned a distinguished record. So everybody played their part, but people want to have their perceptions, but those perceptions could be a misperception. So you might think it's all sunshine and rainbow, but don't let your perception get you twisted on up, y'all. Now, if y'all want to believe people that want to lie to you all the time and don't treat you like an adult, and that they're always going to be here for you, you can go right ahead, y'all. You can do whatever you want. But if your perception ain't right and your perception is really a misperception, you could be in trouble, folks. But for those that are with me here in reality, we know something wicked this way comes. And it's about to get real freaky, y'all. And I hope you're preparing. I hope you're preparing for what's coming. You could believe the folks that just hired 87,000 new IRS agents that tell you middle class Americans that they won't be used against them. If you think so, if you think the hiring of 87,000 new IRS agents are being hired to go audit the middle class America, that's a conspiracy theory, and you should look the other way. We've got confirmation. Headline: New York Post. IRS 87,000 new agents will absolutely not target middle income Americans. By Ariel Zilber, August 10th, 2022. The head of the Internal Revenue Service said that the tax collecting agency will absolutely not use $80 billion in new funding to step up audits of low and middle income Americans. IRS Commissioner Charles Rettig tried to reassure the U.S. Senate in a recent letter about the 87,000 new agents who will be hired as part of the so-called Inflation Reduction Act. The legislation includes $45.6 billion for enforcement-related funds, which makes up more than half of the appropriations, y'all. Charles Rettig tried to reassure the U.S. Senate in a recent letter about the 87,000 new agents who will be hired as part of the so-called Inflation Reduction Act. Now, that is a perception. Biden made a move and is gonna hire 87,000 new IRS agents, and they're not for middle income Americans. That is a perception, but it could be a misperception. Now, fast forward, it might be your perception. What's the word of the week, y'all? It's the word of the week every week. Say it with me, y'all. Conspiracy theory, y'all. It's a conspiracy theory that the Biden administration hired 87,000 new agents to come after middle income Americans. That's a conspiracy theory. One might say that until you look this share in eBay and Form 1099K, y'all. You may receive a Form 1099K from eBay, depending on the totals of your sales and transactions. This is to help you comply with your tax obligations. Form 1099K is an IRS form for taxpayers to report applicable payment transactions received within a calendar year. Online marketplaces like eBay are required to issue a 1099K to U.S. sellers who've received income from online sales over the minimum threshold set by the IRS. We'll provide you with Form 1099K by January 31st each year. If you receive payments above the minimum IRS reporting thresholds in the previous calendar year. So your perception might be the IRS isn't gonna target middle income Americans, but your perception could be a misperception. There's a whole bunch of perceptions and there's a whole bunch of misperceptions out there, y'all. How do you know your perception isn't a misperception? Now, they got IRS minimum reporting thresholds, $600, and they just hired a whole bunch of agents. You don't think they'll be using some of those agents for middle income America? Just checking after new laws went into effect? Now, it could be, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because I don't know it. Maybe Charles Rettig got it all wrong. Maybe Rettig's perception was we're not gonna look at the middle class, but he actually had a misperception. Now, if Mr. Charles Rettig did not know that, I sincerely apologize, sir. But being that he is the commissioner, and it could be that the new ones they hired, they might be doing some other work, and they'll just use the old ones for the new reporting about $600, y'all. That's the minimum reporting threshold. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not a lot of cash. You might have a couple pair of J's sitting in the back of your closet, and you want to get rid of them. In the past, you could do that, y'all. Starting in 2022, you're gonna get taxed, y'all. And I don't know about you, but I think Mr. Rettig might have got it wrong. He might have had a misperception. And if we ain't aware of their games, we're gonna fall for it. The average man or woman want the same thing. We just want to be happy. We want to raise our kids. We don't like crime. We don't like violence. We just want to have a happy life. And hopefully our kids will have a little bit better life than us. but they're resetting it all, y'all. And they don't want you to have nothing. And one of the classic things they use is the old divide and conquer strategy. See, you have to understand that a lot of people got the perception like they're part of the revolution, but their misperception is they're on the same side of the establishment. And they're trying to play us all, y'all. You're not part of the club. You're never going to be part of the club. And you have to get that through your heads. You have to understand, my man, that all of our ancestors did things in the past that we weren't proud of. There was Africans selling Africans to the slave traders, but they want to make you believe that you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance. That America, systematic racism, no matter what, you can never get ahead because of your skin color. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, if somebody says I can't do something because of my skin color, I don't think those people are out looking for my best interests. If they're feeding me misconceptions just to shape my perception. We all had ancestors that were doing stuff that we're not proud of. Even the Indians enslaved other Indians. Even Indians helped track the other Indians during the Indian Wars. You have to understand it was a different time and a different mind state back then. We're living in the present. They want you looking back in the past and keep you frustrated. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. You can't go back in time unless you got a flex capacitor, y'all. They want you focused on the past so you don't look at the present. They got you focused on the past so you don't look toward your future. And if we don't all come together and quit trying to judge somebody by their skin color, we're going down, y'all. They're coming after everybody now. You want to have a good future, but they have other plans. Now, there's some people out there that think, man, my government wouldn't try to do nothing to hurt me. Well, why don't you go back and look at the old Tuskegee experiments? There's a whole lot of lying going on, y'all. You got humans in the government. Humans are flawed. That's why you got people that look just like you that you vote for. Talk about they trying to help your neighborhood. They've been running in office for 30 years and nothing never really changes. All you see is your neighborhood is getting worse. And you want to put your faith in these people for over 30 years. But you know what? We all project and deflect. Wasn't my fault. It's because of them. There's no results ever, but it's because of them. Well, we know it's not because of you, because my life ain't getting no better. You can't rely on another human. You can't rely on them, man. It's flawed. You can keep on voting and you can keep on hoping. Now, I'm not here trying to tell you not to vote, but you might want to switch it up. You've been voting one way for a long, long time, but your life just don't get no better. You don't get no better. All you get is just the rainy weather. So, y'all don't let your perceptions get you... Don't let your perceptions get you twisted. It ain't gonna be a knight riding, coming in to save you on a white horse, y'all. The hero ain't gonna ride in to save you. The hero is you. Only thing that's gonna get out of this is the good Lord above, y'all. There's gonna be no man walking this earth coming with the white horse to save you, y'all. The only horse that's coming is the four horses of the apocalypse, y'all. That death and destruction. That's what they want for you, man. So y'all best get prepared, y'all. Mr. Hero ain't gonna ride in on a white horse, y'all. It's not gonna happen. You gotta make it happen for yourself, man. Some of these people been in office for 30 years or more. And every time it comes around to vote on that person again, they tell you how much they're gonna go to DC and get things done just to help you out. But when they get to DC, they forgot all about you and they want to blame it on the other man. That's why I couldn't get things done. That guy was preventing me. Well, if you let somebody prevent you from doing what you told the people that you're supposed to represent, then why are we even voting for you? Why do we keep voting for your ineffectiveness? We got to quit playing these games. Not here to say there wasn't bad things that happened in the past, but we can't do nothing about that unless you got a flex capacitor, y'all. Just to go back in time and unwind, but you can't do nothing better. And to treat another person because the color of their skin different, you ain't no different, and two wrongs don't make it right. We're all stuck here together and we're all struggling. These people are passing laws left and right that your kids gotta pay for. So if you want to put your trust and your faith into a human that's flawed, that's been lying to you, you can go right ahead. Some of us ain't getting down with that program no more, my man. Now, I'm not here trying to tell you to go outside and raise a ruckus. That's not going to accomplish anything. But you got to recognize who's real, and you got to recognize who's fake. People run around talking about they're keeping it real. They're keeping it 100. And they let misperceptions run their world. You ain't keeping it real. You keep lying to yourself. You got every advantage, just like the next man. And I don't know about you, but if a certain narrative gets painted that because of the color of your skin, you are always going to be kept down, I don't think those people got your best interests in mind. They're playing everybody, y'all. Everybody's getting touched. And we're all getting used and abused. And it's time that we recognize the facts. So there's a whole lot of perceptions and a whole lot of misperceptions. You might think it's sunshine and rainbows. That's your perception. But their perception is they can make all the mistakes they want, and you're going to keep on bailing them out. They can do whatever they want. They can pass laws. They can have these people with big bank accounts contribute to their run for office. They can say you're the reason why there's global warming, even though every time they travel, they got big planes and got a 50-car entourage. But it's your problem that you got your air on 75. And they're asking you to watch out. Don't run that air conditioner. You might have rolling blackouts. But I bet you if you go to the White House, or you go to their house, or houses, they got their thermostat set on whatever they want. Y'all can keep falling for it, and we're gonna keep on falling, y'all. It's already might be too late. Might already be too late. The only person that can stop this is the good Lord above, is the man upstairs, and you best start knowing him if you don't know. You can put your faith in man and think you're part of the revolution, but the revolution has been compromised. All of a sudden you look up and you're on the same team as the establishment. And they're going to hit you with the okie doke. You're doing their bidding. You're dividing and they're conquering. They want you to think Joe Blow up the block is out to get you. Joe Blow up the block got his own problems just like you got your own problems. I'm not asking you to go out there and raise a ruckus. I'm just asking you to see through the lies. See through how they're playing us, because if we stand together and we stand strong, there ain't nothing we can't accomplish. And this reset, this global reset that's going on around the world will come out in our best benefit. But if not, the global reset is for them. They haven't gave you nothing. You've been fighting for years to get something, and you had your chance. But that chance, the window is closing. And on top of trying to make it, everybody struggles. You got to try to look out for the next man that you think is making it hard for you. And your eye ain't on the prize. Your eyes ain't on the right guys. Because the same people that are creating you the most problems are the same people you voting for every November. So y'all can do what you want. You can keep on playing the games, and you're going to see everything fall and crumble. And through the rebuild, you ain't going to have nothing to do with it. You ain't part of the club. They tell you you're part of the club, but you're not. They're hitting us on all fronts, taking away our energy, saying let's replace all the cars with electric cars. Then they turn around and tell you not to plug up your car because it's the strain on the electrical grid. Everything they do, they say one thing, the next day they say something else. It's to keep you confused. It's to keep you arguing amongst each other. And they're playing everybody for suckers. Some of us see right through it, and they can't stand the ones that can. We took the glasses off a long time ago, and we see your fakeness. Now, a lot of people want to run around talking about they got street smarts. They're so the street smart, and they can't recognize that they're getting played. I don't get it. If you're so street smart, how come you can't see this same people is trying to take you for a sucker, and you run around saying those people got your best interest, but you're so street smart? Okay, you can keep on lying to yourself. You can act like you're not part of the establishment. You keep voting for the same things that's holding you back the most. And you're going to keep wishing upon a star that everything comes out right, but you keep on doing what you're doing. It ain't ever going to get right. Everybody did things in the past they ain't proud of. You learn from that and you move on so you don't make the same mistake, so you can make a better future for yourself. Everybody does things in the past that are wrong. So I'm done with the games. We got to come together, y'all. Because they resetting it all, and you're not part of the reset. You're not part of the club. Why you want to give people that never gave you anything in the first place more power in the form of socialism, in the form of communists. You want to give people more power than they already have, and you think these people that lie to you on an everyday basis is going to be for you at the end if everybody turns communist and socialist? You got another problem. You got a big problem. These people never gave you nothing. Now you want them to be on top, and we turn communists. Y'all is out of your mind. It don't make no sense, man. Quit falling for these games, man. We're all the same, y'all. We all bleed red. There's been black, white, Hispanic, all types of people that fought for this country, that died for this country. And those people were your people. And you have the right, just like the next man got a right. Anybody tells you different, they're telling you wrong. We got to come together and stand strong, or we're going to get taken out, and it's coming, y'all. You can believe what you want to believe, but don't let your perception that everything is okay turn into a misperception. Now, maybe I have the misperception. Maybe I got it all wrong. If your boy's wrong, and I rarely have the misperception, well, I guess everything will work out. Everything will be sunshine and rainbows. But if you don't prepare, and your misperception's off, well, you think things are bad now, son? It can be a whole lot worse. You turn over and you click on that cell phone, all of a sudden everything's down. You can't tweet, can't send that text. You go outside to start the car and there's no gas. But I got an electric car, but you need a plant to send that electricity to your house. And they taking all the plants away, y'all, and saying they're putting something in for its replacement. But then that replacement, they're having rolling blackouts all the time. And it gets more and more. Never was like that in the past, or a little here, a little there, but they're getting a little more frequent because they're shutting down all the coal plants, even though we got means of clean coal. And you're going to plug your car up one day and ain't going to be no flow of the electricity to your house because the plant's down and it's cloudy outside. So those solar panels ain't quite working like they should. Meanwhile, they're flying on over and they got 50 car entourages wherever they travel. But they want you to worry about the climate change and talk about what you can do. They want to blame you. They don't want the eye on them. They want the eye on you. But you're like, hey, man, I'm doing my part. Let me hate on the next man because he got a gas guzzler. But the next man was broke and he got that car given to him. And that's all he has to try to make his way. Trying to tell you you're contributing to global warming. You're melting the icebergs. While all the beachfront property, they buying it up and putting a house on it. All the oceans are going to rise and flood. And then they buying all the beachfront property. Y'all can keep on believing them if you want, but these are the same people that said they hired 87,000 new IRS agents. And none of them are for middle class Americans. These are the same people, practically doubled in size. Then you get a form in the mail talking about you gotta pay your taxes if you make $600 or more off of eBay. That's the faith you're putting into somebody that lies to you every day. So if you want to keep on believing what they say, you can keep on believing. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: you're gonna find out your life ain't getting no better, but their life is getting way better because they keep on scheming off the top while you flop. So y'all can believe what you want to. I'm gonna start getting these videos cracking out, y'all. Just in case you don't know, the channel is about survival and how to make your life better. So if y'all, and the videos is coming, y'all, we're gonna get out in these woods and show you how to get on down. Stick together, obey the law, but let your voice be heard and be as loud as you can, my man. Because out in this world, there's people that don't want you to make it. Out in this world, they want to keep all the power and give you nothing. Man, if we just do it right this time, communism will be okay. It just never was done right. It never was done right because it's flawed. It never been done right because the people at the top won't give up that power. Not to you or nobody else. And why you just hand all the power, even more power than what they already got. Because you can make a argument that is basically communist already. You can make that argument. But you want to even give them more power. You're going to find out when they take that power, they ain't going to give no power back. That means you have no power. They want to put us digital currency, they could shut it off. They don't want you to have gas, have an electric car, and then they shut it off because the rolling blackouts. They're saying we're going through a transition for new energy, but the transition ain't there because they doing it all right now. Ain't enough to go around right now, and your electric bill keeps on going up. Keeps on going up. So this your boy Isaac James. Y'all think for yourself and realize you got an opportunity right now to make things happen. Make them happen in a positive way. Quit thinking that there's gonna be a knight riding in on a white horse to save you, man. The only people who's gonna save you is you. You gotta make things happen for yourself. You got time. Get your supplies, y'all. Cause today there might be food on that shelf, but tomorrow it can be all gone. It could be all gone. And then you gotta rely on somebody, or you're gonna ask somebody for help that's continuing lying to you all the time. And when they take everything away, your comforts, it's gonna get crazy, y'all. It's gonna get crazy out here in these streets. It's already falling. You see the effects all around you. Violence is up. Don't be a sucker, man. See what these people are doing to you. I ain't telling you to go out there and raise a ruckus, but you're an American and you got the right to tell somebody what's on your mind. Here at the SE Wolverines channel, we don't promote no violence. We like to use our mind. So y'all be real. Good luck to you. I'm gonna keep these videos pumping out, so stay tuned if you want to know how it goes down. If you want to learn how to survive, hit that subscribe button, y'all. And see that bell at the top? Where at, man? The one at the top. Click it. It might not go ding, but it'll let you know next time that we do our thing. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Gotta stick together to make it through this, y'all. They want to divide and conquer. And we gotta be smarter than that. We gotta be smarter than seeing each other's flaws in skin color. Cause they got us thinking like Simple Jack, y'all. And they resenting it all. So let's come together and demand that our lives get better. And every man, woman, and child, from Maine to California, man, I don't care what color you are, you deserve a piece of the pie. But y'all live your life. Keep your eye on the prize. It's Isaac James or SE Wolverines. Maintain in your brain. SE Wolverines!